We'll start off with a peace mantra from Atharva Veda. The meaning of this one, Shanti mantra, may we be blessed with good hearing, not only be able to hear good things through the ears, may we be blessed with to hear the inner sound. May we be blessed with good eyesight as long as we live, not only to see the outer things, may we be blessed with inner vision. May all the limbs be infused with energy so that may we accomplish great things in our life. For that purpose, may the divine beings bless us with long life. Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Devaha Bhadram Pashyemakshabhir Yajatraha Sthirei Angaihi Stustuvang Swastanubihi Vyashema Devahitam Yadayuhu Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Last week we dissected ourselves to, as I mentioned, to define something outside, we had to define this one also. Without knowing this one, we can't define something outside. To talk about something outside, we should know from which point we are talking about. Without knowing this one, talking about something outside is meaningless. That we have to know this one, this person. What is this person? And in yoga dissected our personality into our core of ourselves is covered with 5 layers. Like a person wearing a jacket, over that overcoat, inside that jacket, inside that another blazer, inside another shirt, inside another singlet. Various layers we have put on, and we think each layer is ourselves. And if I say that Sanjeev, you are hopeless, I am pointing it to his shirt, and but he will think that it is my body, that I am affected. But it says the core of yourself is unalloyed, untouched. Nobody can touch that one. But we mistake ourselves to the outer shield and get upset or agitated or pampered or become very happy because we identify ourselves with the outer thing. But inner core, nobody can touch it. And outer layers, outer body is made up of gross body, is called as a shell. Shell for the body, sheath. This shell is made up of earth and water element. Earth and water element, like a clay and water. Water acts as a binder. When you mix together earth and water element, makes the Annamaya Kosha. This is called as Annamaya Kosha. Within that, there is another sheath called as Pranamaya Kosha. It is made up of fire element. If I touch a person, there is a temperature is there, fire is there, and air movement. Unlike clay toy, there is a breathing happens, moves in and out. And there is a space is there inside. It can move in and out. It is made up of air element and fire element and space. These 3, Annamaya Kosha and Pranamaya Kosha, and it made up of earth element, water element, fire element, air and space. It is these 3 that mainly earth, water and fire. In Ayurveda they say doshas. Various ailments come to the body. They say what type of constitution you have, whether it's a water predominant person or earth predominant person or fire predominant person. People with various ailments, they diagnose a person based on what is your constitution. If the earth element is heavy, if the water is too much, people get sinus related problem. How to manage that one? And if the fire element is too high, people get burning sensation, burning in the eyes, and sometimes acidity problem. It's a fire deficiency. Fire comes down, up, fire element. or earth element is too much, it's people becoming very heavy. It's overweight, obesity. It's this Ayurveda talks about these three principles: earth element, water, and fire element. This is Annamaya Kosha and Pranamaya Kosha. Beyond that one, there is what is called as Manomaya Kosha, mind. We are not only that one. There is a thinking faculty is there. Thinking faculty, last week I mentioned, many of us, even maybe 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, we don't know what we need in our life. We start on something for 1 year, 2 years, we lose interest. We hop on to the another hobby. We hop on to the another hobby. Whole life we are jumping from one hobby to another hobby. Mana is there, and mind got to be settled with buddhi, intellect. Intellect gives the conviction. If the intellect is not working, mind cannot be stable. Hops from one pursuit to another. That is buddhi. Buddhi is there. Manas and buddhi, and beyond that, ahankara. Ahankara. Why? I want to go to yoga. I want to sleep. I want to eat. I want to read. I want to improve. That ego, it's manomaya kosha. Manas, buddhi, and ahankara constitutes it's manomaya kosha. And they say in the medical science also, most of the diseases are psychosomatic diseases, psychological manas. The disease, before it gets expressed through the body, it originates in the mind. There is an origin of the disease. Anything happens, it first, if the cancer is there for the person, its outer manifestation comes out in the body. Before that one, it manifests in the mind. Psychosomatic diseases. It origins here and expression through the body. And manas, look after the mind. It's a mind, it's a manomaya kosha. Manomaya kosha, it's a it's a physiology and psychology. It's a very important part. Yoga mainly deals with its physiology and psychology. Beyond that one, there is called as Vijnanamaya Kosha, another layer. It's a memory shell. Our evolution, its a progress happens based on the memory. If the memory shell is closed, our progress cannot happen. We learn something today, tomorrow we forget. Our progress cannot happen. It has to be awakened. And as I mentioned last week, many people in the old age, in the deathbed, the memory shell closes. They leave the body in dissolution. They say, now itself you have to practice. You have to practice. Keep the memory shell awakened. You leave the body even in the last moment. Leave the body with awareness, complete awareness. And that is Vijnanamaya Kosha. And beyond that one, it is called as Anandamaya Kosha. Anandamaya Kosha, expansion of your memory shell. You can relate to few things in the past life. You can foresee what is coming in the future also. That is called as Chitta. And Vijnanamaya Kosha is called as it's a Chitta and a Chetana. Beyond that one, Chetana, expansion of your consciousness is the Chetana. And these 5 layers, Annamaya Kosha, how to look after in the Annamaya at physical body, how to look after your body. That in the yoga talks about, it's have a good lifestyle, have a healthy lifestyle, and look after your body. Body is, without the body, you cannot function whatever you want to achieve. Your body, this instrument is vital. You have to change your lifestyle if you want to achieve what is to be achieved in the life. So lifestyle has to be changed. No late night parties. 1 o'clock, many people, they start party 8 o'clock, they start and have dinner at 12 o'clock and go back to bed at 2 o'clock. And the body has its own internal clock. It upsets that one. To correct that one, it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort is required. Don't disturb the internal clock. When you are healthy, try to have a discipline when you are healthy and young. And when things go wrong, then after that, when you are sick, then correction, it is a difficult task. When you are healthy and young, develop a discipline in your life. Annamaya Kosha. and the Pranamaya Kosha and Manomaya Kosha, mind, there is a lot of joy in giving. It's a look after the healthy lifestyle. Talk to the people, this associate, give your time to the community. It's when you come across the people who is in suffering, it's infuse confidence in that person and say hello to that person, smile, and associating with other person keeps the mind healthy. It's a healthy mind. And do things which are good for you and good for others. There is a joy in giving, not in taking. Keep on giving. That is a Manomaya Kosha. Beyond that one, it's yoga, it's generally Ayurveda stops here. But beyond that one, there is a person. Because of that person, there are 5 layers are put on. Our soul. We have come here for that soul. That soul, body is pampered, but soul is grieving. Soul is starving. You have to feed the soul. You have to nourish the soul. Nourish the soul. And the soul, jiva is also called as bija. Bija means seed. Seed, some seeds has an opportunity to germinate, come out, express, and blossom fully. Some seeds, when you put it in the ground, it doesn't germinate properly. It doesn't blossom properly. And soul has come, is looking for an opportunity to blossom. It requires a certain environment where it can blossom. Some people become genius in certain area. Some people, however hard they try, it is not possible. It is not happening. That genius, there is a genius in you. It has to express. That soul requires a right environment. Right environment. Keep on looking for that right environment where you are able to blossom. The soul has to express. Every soul, I may have 2 children, twins. I am giving the same education, same food, and same training, same school, and same teacher. But 2 people, they come out differently. Because that soul, every soul is different. Every soul is unique. No 2 souls are equal. Every soul requires its own environment to blossom. Look for that one. Look for that one. Blossom. That soul, unless it happens, that there is a grieving. I'm missing something in my life. I'm missing something in your life. In my life. Look for that environment. And soul, it has its own swabhava. Bhagavad Gita also says. It has its own unique nature. It has to be expressed. But that unique nature is not expressing properly because it is covered with prabhav, influenced by others. It mistakes others' comments, others' views as its own views. So it is not blossoming. Try to discover yourself. Discover yourself. What is your uniqueness? What is your speciality? And discover that one. Expansion, that is the soul, starts blossoming. When the soul starts blossoming, it nourishes the Vijnanamaya Kosha. It nourishes the Manomaya Kosha. It nourishes the Pranamaya Kosha. It nourishes the Annamaya Kosha. That nourishment has to happen from Jiva. All souls, that beyond that one, that this Annamaya Kosha, it is called as Pranamaya Kosha, it's called as Physiology. Beyond that one, Manomaya Kosha and Vijnanamaya Kosha and Anandamaya Kosha, it is called as psychology. Beyond that one, super psychology is there. Soul starts identifying where I am getting the nourishment. There is a super psychology. One highest principle, it runs as a thread across all souls. That the soul has to realize, I am not independent. There is an underlying current. It is nourishing. It is feeding. It is making me blossom. Realize that one. That underlying current, that is called as super psychology. Soul draws its inspiration from the highest super soul. Yoga is nothing but the process of looking after all the layers, Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha, and feeding the soul. And soul starts experiencing, I am drawing the inspiration from super soul. That connecting, that is the yoga. Yoga, it's not only the doing the Annamaya Kosha, making the body fit and flexible. It is much deeper. Our nourishment has to happen from deep within. When the soul starts getting nourished and other gets nourished. And in Ayurveda, and they say that psychosomatic, they limit themselves with the mind, nourish the mind, and rest is taken care. But the sadhana is nourish the soul, rest is taken care. That's the attempt by our school. Nourish that soul, that other koshas also taken care. Lie down on your